Perfect.
Yeah, buddy.
Nothing like light sweater.
Sweater.
Light sweater
I love when you sweater me.
and jackets. What's going on, everybody? Today's episode: how many cigars is too many? Is that really a question?
I don't know. Is it 1? Is it 2? Is it 10? We're going to talk about it. Coming up next on the Burndown. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Burndown. I'm Justin, a.k.a. the Dapper Cigar. This gentleman right here,
Eric, a.k.a. your brother Cigar, who almost interrupted you in the intro. It was a race to see who does it first.
Thank you for tuning in. If you like this channel, if you're new to this channel, please hit the like button, please hit the subscribe button, and please hit the bell to be notified for every single time we drop a new video. We have new episodes every single Friday. We have other videos throughout the week. Check out the website, www.burndownpodcast.com. Become a member, $5 a month, exclusive discounts, members-only giveaways, all the information in the description below.
That's right. Get it done, please.
Call to action right off the bat.
Get it done, please. Helps us out a lot. Helps us to maintain this gorgeous studio that we have.
Yeah. So, Eric, what is the topic of discussion today?
You know, we get asked this all the time. How many cigars you smoke in a day? How many cigars you smoke in a week?
All the time.
So I said, you know what? How much is too much?
I'm not too much. Much too much.
That's like saying, you know, how much is too much fun? But
Yeah, like
you know, how many cigars in one day is too much?
none. Thank you for watching.
So,
No, it's a good question because, like you said, we get it asked. We get it asked.
we get it.
We
Asked.
get
We get a lot of ass.
We get asked all the time, how many cigars do you smoke a day? Like, is it 1 a day? Is it 2 a day? And I usually, respond with, I don't smoke every day, but I don't smoke. Some days I smoke 2. So, but let's talk about, like, is there too many? Is it, are there health? Obviously, there's some health risks associated with smoking tobacco, but
Is there? Or
who knows?
Who knows?
I don't know. So we're going to discuss that today. But before we discuss that, we got to do what we do every single time is we got to light up a stogie. We got some coffee today. It's a little early afternoon coffee.
It's already half drinking, but
I know, but
YOLO.
What are you smoking today there, sir?
You know, I'm excited to smoke this one. I met this guy a few weeks ago, back in September, at the Columbus Day Fair in my town in Westchester, and it's Lefty's Cigars. So you see him in the 5 boroughs out in Jersey. They do cigar events, and they have like a mobile cigar spot, and they have trailers, trucks, little spots, and they show up at all different kinds of events, parties, and they were at the Columbus Day Fair, and I met one of the owners, I believe. His name was Blaze. And,
Blaze was his name?
Yeah, believe it or not, his name was Blaze. And
That can't be God-given or
no,
mother-given.
I actually know 2 Blazes,
Really?
and one is from that same town that was in the the Eastchester
Blaze.
Columbus Day Fair. Yeah, but it's not B-L-A-Z-E. It's spelled
Blaise?
something like
Like
that.
blase.
Yeah, blase blah. But good dude. So, of course, we got the chit-chat about cigars, obviously about the burn down. He said he was going to check it out. And I said, in return for you checking it out, we'll buy some cigars. So I bought a few cigars. He ended up giving me one for free. And I think this might have been the free one. But all his cigars have these crazy designs. Like, he gave me a football one.
That's like a work of art right there.
Then he gave me one with like a Habano and a Candela wrapper. So it was pretty interesting. So I said, you know what? I'm going to smoke your cigar. I'm going to give you a shout out. And
what was the cigar lounge again?
Lefty's Cigars.
Lefty's. I thought that was okay.
So I don't know if he has a lounge, but they have trucks, trailers.
Yeah.
I always see him. I think they're based out in Brooklyn, but I'll see him driving around any kind of the 5 boroughs. I'll see him at events. I'll see him I'll see their trailer on the road in Jersey and stuff.
But what size is it? It looks like a Toro, no?
Yeah, this is definitely a Toro. Probably maybe 6x54, I would say. Yeah, about 6x54, but very intriguing. I don't really smoke too like many cigars that have these crazy designs on them, so pretty excited to try it out. Bro, yeah.
I'm smoking the Diamond Crown Julius Caesar.
Wow, it's a classic.
And this is the Toro.
I used to love taking pictures of cigars. Taking pictures of that cigar.
Yeah, it's great for pictures.
Yeah.
Great for pictures. So, I haven't had this one in a long time.
I actually have one in my humidor. It was the collaboration between J.C. Newman and Arturo Fuente.
This one?
Yeah, they made like a Julius Caesar Eye of the Shark. Like,
oh yeah,
like
yeah.
The boxed. I think it's the box pressed like torpedo.
Yeah, wasn't that one in? It came in like a coffin of 2 cigars with another Opus X, and it was like a charity thing.
That's something different you're thinking of. This one was just one cigar.
Oh, I thought this was the same one in that little. It was like a red and blue.
It might have, but this one they just sent. They sent me like a whole letter, like a whole big thing.
Yeah, I remember you showing me that.
But yeah. So let's spark it up so we could talk it out, and then we're gonna burn it down, baby.
Let's do it. Okay, so before we get into this topic, Eric and I had a small little discussion while we're lighting up a cigar. Yeah. And it's about these Halloween movies. They have all these guys like Michael Myers, who's apparently he's a human being who puts on a mask, or like Jason Voorhees, he's a human being who puts on a mask and he kills people. But these movies have just gotten so ridiculous where they stab the guy 14 times, they shoot him 9 times, they like cut his dang head off, or they put him in a burning building, and he's still alive. Like, this isn't realistic. The guy would be dead 4 movies ago. Stop it. Get some help.
Stop it. Get some help. You know what keeps making him alive? Those dead presidents.
Those fucking dollar signs.
That's what keeps him alive. That is what keeps those guys alive. The dollar signs, the dead presidents.
Anyway, just small little rant. So, we got our stogies. I went a little different today because I didn't have my straight cut and I didn't have a lighter in my travel case because apparently I think I sent my golf bag because I went golfing the other day. So I went an X cut today, or the crown cut.
I've had that in a while.
I can't remember. I couldn't tell you the last time I did it.
Living life on the edge, my friend.
Pretty good though. Good draw to it.
I mean, this cigar is great so far. Great draw. You know how we love that ample amount of smoke. So lefty cigars so far doing pretty well. So how many cigars is too many in one day?
Dude, that is a tough question.
You know, I think it varies, right? You have people like us that will smoke, you know, either on the weekends or will smoke during the week, but maybe like once or twice, 3 times. Then you have the people who smoke strictly on the weekends. Then you have the people who smoke every day. And then you have the people who smoke like 20 cigars a day.
Yeah, so...
Right? Like, that's a pretty valid range, right? So you have the weekend smokers.
You have let's go all the way back. You have like the Blue Moon smokers that'll smoke like a cigar on a wedding day.
Celebration.
Big time thing. You're out with a bunch of execs, they'll smoke a cigar. Then you have like the once-a-monthers. Right, that they go out golfing with a couple buddies.
And you have the people on the weekends.
Weekend smokers.
That's the people that, you know, they take their time. The weekend's my time. This is what I want to do.
Then you have the everydayers.
Yeah, after work, that's the way of relaxing. Instead of maybe drinking a cocktail or a beer, they have a cigar.
And then you have like the master blenders who smoke 20 a day.
I think there's 2 different varieties. I think you have everyday smokers that will smoke a cigar or 2 a day. And then you have like the people you just said, like a master blender mentality where they smoke like every hour on the hour. They're smoking all day, every day.
Yeah. So that's the 5 different. We can make 5 different levels of it. Right. There's levels to this shit.
Yo, Meek Millie.
The 5 different levels. The Blue Mooners, the once a month, the once a week, the once a day, and the nonstop. So, how many is too many? Now, I personally don't like. I always think there's everything in moderation, right? Like, I'm a cigar smoker. I smoke once a day on average, right? Because people ask, how many do you smoke a day? And I say some days I don't smoke. Other days I'll smoke 2. I might smoke 3. I might, like, if I'm having a party during the summer. Whatever. Averages once a day.
Summer definitely increases the level.
Averages once a day. And I would say you're probably around the same. On average, over the course of the year.
We at least smoke once a week because we meet almost every week.
That's what I'm saying. So think about that. We smoke once a week and we'll smoke 2 to 3 cigars every time.
Yeah.
Now, if you smoke maybe another 2 on the weekend, 2 or 3 on the weekend, that means you smoke 6 cigars a week, about 1 a day. Okay, so if you average it out, it's about 1 a day. So I think that's like everything in moderation.
Yeah.
if you have 1 can of Coke a day, it's probably not going to be a problem. If you have 15 cans of Coke a day, that's going to be a problem.
Yeah.
If I have one cigar a day, it's not a problem. If I have 15 a day, might be a problem. But you did some research and found that there's plenty of people that smoke 15 or 20 a day and live to be 100 years old.
Well, I mean, that's a whole nother section. That's like the meat of the conversation, right? That's the stuff. That's the fun stuff to talk about. So to go off of that a little bit.
So what do you think? Do you think I think that 1 a day, no problem. 1 a day, 2 a day.
Yeah, 1 a day.
I don't think that's going to make any freaking difference.
Compared to cigarettes,
Total different ballgame.
That's what I'm saying. So
you think? Would you agree with that? 1 to 2 a day is like not going to make a problem.
I don't think it is, and apparently the Federal Drug and Food Association doesn't think so either.
The FITA.
So there's an article. I think it's from we've stated this before, but it's a pretty good piece of evidence for people who say, "Oh, you smoke cigars, it's so bad for you." Because unfortunately, when they do all these tests and reports and these all these kind of just reports about cigarettes and tobacco in general, we all know cigars just get lumped in there.
They get lumped in.
So people automatically think, "Oh, you smoke a cigar? Oh, that's so bad for you. It's this, it's that."
I will appreciate that the article that you're talking about, where the FITA did the research. I will applaud them that because most of the time people go in biased. They're like, "Oh, they're bad for you. We're just going to do a study, and then the number is going to prove that it's bad for us, just so that we can fit our own agenda, right?" But I will appreciate and applaud them, or I should say, I will. Hats off to them.
A little Derek Jeter.
Yeah, a little tip of the hat to you, right? Tip of the old spider. Here we go. See that video? No. I'll show you later. That they might have went in biased, or maybe they didn't, but they came out saying, because everybody would obviously think, "Oh, cigar's bad for you." I bet you the results show that it's bad.
Yep. And
the results didn't. Right? They might have gone in biased, but they didn't. So they came out different than they went in, which I appreciate that they did.
So you can Google it. Just do FDA cigar. 1 to 2 cigars a day aren't bad for you. Something like that. So by that report, they did a comparison. People who smoke 1 to 2 cigars a day versus people who don't smoke cigars at all, and they found that the difference is basically
negligible. Basically
nil. It literally says verbatim nil. 1 to 2 cigars a day affect your health. Almost nil, something along the lines of that.
And when was this article? When it come out?
2016, 2017? So not that long ago.
So they actually said, because I could imagine they went in assuming that cigars were going to be bad.
I'm sure.
Otherwise, why would they do that study? They're like, "Oh, we're going to prove that it's wrong."
Maybe they didn't like the results, but hey. That's
you know what I'm saying? And they came out saying, actually, it's not that bad. There's really no difference. So I applaud you that they said that.
But also look at just like the past history of like the notorious cigar smokers that smoke every day, all day, like those everyday on the hour type of guys.
Oh yeah, you can name
Winston Churchill, George Burns, Arnold Schwarzenegger, all these guys.
Avo Uvazian.
Padron, all those guys.
All these guys that smoke 10, 20 a day.
All of them. So
what did George Burns smoke?
I don't know. I think he was up there. Like, I don't know, 20 cigars a day or something?
A day, and he lived to be 100.
Yeah, sick.
100. Avo Uvazian, who's he was the creator of Avo Cigars, smoked 20 a day, lived to be like 92.
Same thing with Padron. Padron recently died, a few years ago?
Yeah, I think so.
He created one of the best cigars in the world, so he's smoking at least 10 cigars a day, trying different blends, stuff of that nature. So I don't really think there's a number of how many cigars are bad for you. Obviously, the more you smoke, the more risks and adverse effects will occur.
Because there are risks with tobacco, just like
anything else.
Okay, I think the risks with sugar are worse than the risks with tobacco, but that's a whole other discussion.
Which is straight tobacco, not like cigarette tobacco.
Like you said, comparing to cigarettes, cigarettes is just like 5% tobacco with 95% chemicals and other shit.
Yeah,
this is 2 parts. It's tobacco. What you're smoking is 100% tobacco, and the only other thing is the vegetable glue that holds the label together. But you don't smoke that; you take the label off.
Really, cigars are tobacco. Cigarettes,
like straight out
of the ground,
straight up tobacco.
They plant the seed, they pull them up, they roll them. Cigarettes percentage of tobacco, and then a hell of a more of a percentage of chemicals.
I think it's only 5%, like actual. And if you do this. Take a premium cigar, take a cigarette, and cut them open, and look at the difference in tobacco of a cigar. You can actually take these. If you took this and took the long fillers, you can unroll them and see that it's a leaf, right? You could take the binder or the wrapper and the binder. You can see that it's a leaf. Go into a cigarette, take a look, or go into just regular, like the non-premium cigars, like the machine-made factories, those cigars, like the Dutch Masters and the White Owls, all those ones you find at like 7-Eleven. Cut one of those open. See what's in those. Looks like fucking pencil shavings.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
And you're going to tell me you're going to lump those together and say that's the same thing? No. Get out of here, okay?
Unfortunately, that's what we deal with. But, again, there really is no real magic number. You know, people always have their opinions about how bad cigars are for you. But in reality, they're a lot less worse for you than cigarettes,
plenty of other
alcohol, plenty of other things. Driving a car, probably.
Well, you had said something that was like the difference between like cigarettes are a habit and cigars are what?
Oh yeah. So I was watching a video. I forgot the guy's name, but shout out to the Humidor. I think they're called on thehumidor.com or the Humidor YouTube channel. I was watching one of his videos, and he says cigars and cigarettes. One is a habit, one is a hobby. Cigarettes obviously being a habit, and then cigars being a hobby. I'm like, wow, that's a great little.
Cigarettes are a habit, and cigars are a hobby.
Which we've always said, like when you smoke cigarettes, you don't, for the most part, most people don't enjoy cigarettes for the enjoyment of smoking a cigarette. It's
they're doing it for
they're most likely addicted to it because what do they put in cigarettes? Pneumonia, right?
Nicotine.
Well, nicotine, but I don't know if they still do it. But I know back in the day they used to put ammonia. Ammonia, yeah.
Yeah, like paint thinner. It was in they have a. I saw a graphic that had a cigarette and it had like just pointing out to all the different things and what was in it, the chemical that was in it, and it would say like, all right, the wrapper, it had a dash that says ammonia, also found in paint thinners, and they had like this one, tar, also found in blacktop, and like they would put it, and they also found here, and they said like this one was also found in fertilizer, which is a toxic poison to humans, like all this crazy shit.
What are you looking at? A cigar, 1 point from the ground,
tobacco, plant grown in.
But I forgot what I was.
Yeah, no, habit versus hobby. You're saying that cigarettes are. Like when people smoke cigarettes, they're not smoking it.
They smoke cigarettes because they have a habit of doing because most likely they're addicted and they're addicted to the nicotine, and it's due to a lot of stress. Like you don't see like someone celebrate like they close a big deal or they get to buy their first house and they go, all right, I'm gonna smoke a cigarette.
Yeah,
maybe. I'm sure there's people out there that would, but majority, no one thinks celebratory cigarettes. When the LA Lakers win the championship, or
what do they hand out?
Oh, no, who won last year? The Milwaukee Bucks. They're not handing out cigarettes.
That's a great thing to bring up. I love that comment. You said whenever like go around the league, like all the big things when people win the Stanley Cup, the NBA championship, the Super Bowl, which is kind of weird now I think about this. All the other ones have names for it, like the World Series, the Super Bowl, the Stanley Cup. NBA doesn't have a name for it. It's just called
NBA Finals,
like the World Championship. But anyway, anytime you win one of those, what do they pass out? Cigars. They don't pass out cartons of cigarettes.
No.
When what was it? When New England Patriots won, Robert Kraft didn't hand out a carton of cigarettes. He opened up a box of Padron 50s and handed them out. Like. That's a great thing. Is people don't smoke cigarettes to celebrate big accomplishments.
Fun fact, I did meet Michael Kraft once in New England.
I remember that story. I do.
Nice guy. But yeah, I mean, it goes back to it. You smoke cigarettes not because it's pleasurable, because most likely
pleasure.
Pleasure. But
can't do one episode without a movie quote. Have to.
Never.
Have to.
It's boring if we don't. So yeah, you can't smoke cigarettes. It's addictive. There's no real pleasure to it. It's not in regards to celebrating or anything positive most of the time. And granted, when people look at people who smoke cigars, I would say a good amount of people think the same thing. Would probably have the same regard for people who smoke cigarettes. Like, ugh, cigars. But those are the people who don't know squat, obviously. So, and when you smoke a cigar, like we were just saying, it's celebratory. It's a time to relax. You're not ingesting any chemicals in your freaking bloodstream. With cigarettes, you're ingesting all kinds of chemicals in your bloodstream. And who wants that? Not me, and not this guy over here who's lighting up his cigar because it looked like he got a little canoe action going.
Yeah, I had a little canoeing, but
I'll
fix it. Just correct it on this side.
But again, just look at history, right? Like we said before, George Burns, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone. I mean, all these guys, first of all, Sylvester Stallone and Arnold Schwarzenegger are in crazy shape. Steve Harvey, all these guys smoke daily cigars.
Arnold Schwarzenegger was fucking Mr. Olympia, pro bodybuilder, arguably the greatest physique of all time. And he smokes cigars like every day. Greatest physique of all. And I personally think that, I mean, whoever is, if you're a bodybuilder, I'm not in the sport. I don't know. I'm just thinking, like, looking at across, they say the bodybuilders now are kind of like grossly, disgustingly big.
Yeah.
Right? But if you look back, like Arnold was just like, he was big, he was massive, but like he didn't look disgustingly big. You
Was
know
he
what I'm
all
saying?
natural? Or was that drugs? Was that steroids?
Probably not. None of those guys are natural.
Natural.
But like if you look at the bodybuilding, like his body, he was big, like he was huge.
But it wasn't like, ugh.
But it wasn't like disgustingly where like every single striation is popping out. It wasn't like that. Nowadays the guys are just stupid.
They're boulders.
Yeah, but so arguably greatest physique of all time, smoke cigars like every day. So
I mean, I remember Cam Newton in like a press conference or something like that. And it, like a little bio, it says, Cam Newton likes to relax by a glass of wine and having a cigar. You don't see Cam Newton likes having a glass of wine and a cigarette. No, you don't. So back to the topic. How many cigars is too many? That's up to your personal preference. There is a real, I think that's out, to be honest. You have to use the other one. I just refilled it, but what's up? I don't know what's up with my Zippo. I'm having no luck with these mother effing things.
Whatever.
I don't think we cursed you on this podcast. It's a plus. Shit. But
I just want to get this really lit so that I could.
It's a lit. No, that one you have to hold. There you go.
So I can really get this conversation going.
Yeah.
It's just the one side that was a little canoe, and I was trying to. It's really hard to correct it with the match.
Yeah.
Because you really can't focus on the.
But again, we're going back. I keep saying it again. I hate saying that. But like, I don't think there really is a limit. I mean, most people can only handle probably one cigar a day. Unless you're a veteran cigar smoker, you're not smoking 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cigars a day. But and you don't see in the news, you don't see in articles, like you'll see people who die and get cancer from cigarettes, but you don't really see so and so got cancer from cigars.
Right? No,
it's not saying that cigars can't give you like mouth or throat cancer, but there are very, very small cases, very, very limited cases where you see that. And it's just like
I know plenty of people that have been smoking cigars for a good portion of their life. A good portion. I know guys that are 65, 70 years old, no problems, right? Perfectly healthy guys. I mean, aside from maybe they have like a slight high blood pressure or they have a couple extra lbs that they don't want, but nothing like serious, okay? That have been smoking cigars since they were 30. So they're 70-something years old, been smoking since they were 30, 35. So more than half their life they've been smoking cigars. Fine. No problems whatsoever. I know a good portion of people, a good majority of people that are like that.
That's what I'm saying. You just don't see. Well, first of all, the amount of cigar smokers compared to cigarette trumps them by millions. But again, go online and Google.
Again,
I know. I keep saying.
I know. I say it too.
But again, like you can Google health statistics with cigars or cancers that lead to cancer that leads to smoking cigars. And obviously you'll see that you could get mouth cancer or whatever.
Well, it's on every box that you buy.
Well, that too. But
Hazardous to your... What they should do is they should put fucking hazardous to your health on all the candy bars and Cokes and sugar products out there.
Didn't they do that for... Wasn't there like a sugar tax in New York or something like that too?
I'm not sure, but they should. If they're going to put all these other things that are harmful to your health, they should put that on freaking all the sugar and crap that's in the processed food, harmful to your health.
Well, I think that's why now that's why they had to do for franchises. They have to put the amount of calories.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a franchise or a certain statute of a restaurant, you have to put the amount of calories what it is for a meal or a certain kind of food.
Because think about it. If they have to put, if you smoke one cigar, you've never smoked before, you smoke one cigar and you stop. Or if you've never smoked before, you smoke one cigarette and you stop. Not going to give you cancer. Okay, probably like 100% not going to give you cancer. Okay, if you smoke 2, 5, 10, not going to give you cancer. But if you smoke for a long period of time, there is a chance that you could develop cancer, right? Whatever it is. So they have to put the label on. I go back to my sugar argument. If you have one can of Coke, probably not going to get diabetes. Probably not going to become overweight. Processed food. If you have one hamburger from McDonald's or one bag of chips or whatever, probably not going to be hazardous to your health. If you have 5 or 10, probably not going to be hazardous. If you do it for 10 years, drinking 3 cans of Coke a day or eating 2 cheeseburgers every single day, yeah, you're going to be overweight. You're probably going to have high blood pressure. You're probably going to have high cholesterol, and you're probably going to be obese. So why don't they put the hazardous thing on those boxes? No, they don't.
Because again, it goes back to the dead presidents and that greenery.
Because it's a fucking business and it's a scam.
Because it's capitalism, baby. Yeah.
They can sell more hamburgers than they do apples. That's why.
Yeah. But, I mean, it's just like anything else. Everything in moderation.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's all I got to say about that.
That's all I have to say about that.
So, how many cigars? Jenny!
I don't know. I don't think there's a number, man. I really don't think there's a number. Whatever. And actually, one of the things that we want to talk about that you had found from some of your research on this is that some people they can't smoke 3 a day. Like they just physically won't enjoy 3 a day.
I probably won't.
Okay, like
unless I'm on vacation.
No, but I'm saying like some people. If you're new to cigar smokers, if you're a cigar smoker that smokes like once a week or once every 2 weeks, go have 3 cigars one day, and you're gonna feel sick because you're not used to it.
I could smoke 3 cigars. Yeah,
okay,
actually.
I could absolutely smoke. I've smoked 5 or 6 a day. Okay?
And fucking
but
cigar.
We are the everyday smokers, so we're used to tobacco smoke, and we're used to the flavors, and we're used to the dry mouthedness, and we're used to that stuff, so we can handle that. But some people may not even be able to handle 3 a day. They might only be able to take 1 a day, and they're like, listen, they might smoke every single day and be like, that's all I can do. Dude, I can't do any more than that.
Some people smoke 1 cigar and they're like, oh, God, I'm not smoking another cigar for like another 3 months. And I'm like, damn. Okay.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, I think there's people out there that you would stop before you got to the point it would be too many because you won't enjoy it anymore.
Yeah.
You won't enjoy 5 a day. So if you have 1, you might not even enjoy 1 a day because like you said, you might smoke 1 and the next day you're like, I can't, I don't want to smoke anymore. So you might not even be able to get to that point.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Preach.
It's the same thing like go along the lines of when you drink like light beer. Sometimes when I like to drink light beer, it's because of the fact that I can enjoy a couple beers and I'll get bloated before I even get drunk. You know what I'm saying? Like you physically can't drink enough light beer to get drunk because your stomach will fill up first before you get to that point.
Get that beer gut.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's like that with cigars. Some people may not be able to get to that point.
No comparison when compared to cigarettes. No comparison. So
yeah.
No amount of cigars is too much. That's like saying that's having too much fun.
Whatever works for you. Whatever you like smoking.
Exactly.
That's what you smoke. You
the person. You the person who smokes cigars, whether you're like 1, 2, 8, 0. It all matters what you want. And everything in moderation. So our friends of the Burn Down podcast, that's going to do it today.
Let's go. Be sure to like this video, hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and hit the bell to be notified for every single time we drop a new video. We have new episodes every single Friday with other videos throughout the week. Check out the website, www.burndownpodcast.com. Become a member, $5 a month, exclusive discounts, monthly giveaways. All the info's in the description. Bullo.
Bang, bang. And until next time, that's going to do it for Justin and I from the Burn Down podcast, from our living room to yours. See you guys next time. Cheers.
Solid.